Hello, my name is Fintan. I work in healthcare. I believe in letting nature take care of us, especially when it comes to our health. So in this short video, I'm going to talk about what removes plaque in arteries. Stiffness in the arteries is a huge risk factor for a heart attack or stroke. So reducing arterial plaque is difficult, but it can be done. So let's look at what removes plaque in arteries. Atherosclerosis is the medical term for hardening of the arteries and is the leading cause of heart disease or stroke throughout the world. But what causes it? Well, it's characterized by plaque buildup. Plaque buildup is a composition of LDL or bad cholesterol, calcium, cellular waste, fatty substances and fibrin. Over time, which by the way can start as your early 20s, plaque accumulates in the arterial walls. It becomes thicker. This action reduces the space for normal blood flow. It's a recipe for a heart attack or other disorders related to clogged arteries. Arterial stiffness is up there with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes and family history as a risk factor for atherosclerosis. It's worth the time to fully understand what arterial stiffness is. It's abnormal stiffening of the endothelium or wall of the arteries that connect to the heart and all major organs. It involves a lot more than plaque buildup or plaque formation in the arteries. It also involves a loss of elasticity in the arteries that stops blood vessels from regulating blood flow and blood pressure. So to reduce the risk of cardiovascular events, we need to know what removes plaque in the arteries. It not only affects blood flow and blood pressure, it also has a detrimental effect on the thousands of blood capillaries that function to provide nourishment to all the organs. This action can cause damage to the organs. Damaged organs can cause disorders such as a heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, or dementia even. Unfortunately, there are no quick fixes. An unhealthy lifestyle can be part of the reason why plaque in the arteries is and why there is arterial stiffness. So by changing to healthier food choices, exercising daily, reducing stress, cutting down on alcohol and cutting out smoking can help to slow down plaque buildup. The big question is, what removes plaque in the arteries? I have to be honest, there are no quick fixes. Lifestyle changes are a good start. In cases where there's a lot of plaque in arteries, the chances are a heart attack may have already occurred, or in some cases doctors will look at placing a stent into the arteries to keep the blood flowing to the heart, or heart bypass could be done. In less serious cases, doctor will prescribe heart medications such as statin drugs. These are cholesterol-lowering drugs, and other drugs include blood pressure tablets or beta blockers. None of these measures will remove blockages in the arteries. Part of the reason for plaque in the arteries is something called calcification of the arteries. This refers to deposits of calcium sticking to arterial walls, causing hardening of the arteries. Preventing calcification of the arteries means that you need to take both a vitamin D3 and K2 to slow this process down. Not only will vitamin D3 and K2 slow down calcification, over time it will stop altogether. The reason for this is that both have a role to play in managing calcium. Both are needed for healthy bones. Vitamin D absorbs calcium from your diet and deposits it in your bones where it's needed for bone health, while vitamin K2 supports keeping calcium out of the artery walls. Really important. By taking a quality D3 and K2 spray, you achieve the first step in what removes plaque in arteries. That is by stopping calcification of the arteries and slowing down arterial stiffening. Vitamin D3 and K2 have been shown in a number of studies to slow calcification and support elasticity of those important blood vessels. Like I said at the beginning, it's very important to know what removes plaque in the arteries. It can be achieved. The first steps are a change to a healthier lifestyle. The second step is the introduction of a quality vitamin 2 and D3 spray to reverse calcification in the arteries. And thirdly, you need a quality supplement to dissolve plaque. Let me introduce you to two popular enzymes, Netakinase and Serrapeptase. How can these natural enzymes remove plaque in the arteries? Well, let me explain. Netakinase is a much-studied product that comes from natto during the fermentation process of the soya bean. A number of years ago, a young Japanese scientist Hiroyuki Sumai discovered in a way what removes plaque in the arteries when he dropped natto onto a fibrin sample in the lab that he was working on. To his utter amazement, the natto dissolved the fibrin almost immediately. This fantastic discovery led the way to many more scientific studies being completed on natto, and the supplement Netakinase was produced based on the evidence that NK is a potent fibrin or blood clot dissolving enzyme and could be used to treat cardiovascular disease. So, this is a third part of your plan to what removes plaque in the arteries. You need to take a supplement containing Netakinase because it will dissolve plaque buildup over time. How much time, you may ask? Well, the answer is it depends. I had a 70% blockage in my left ventricle artery. That's the big artery that comes down from your heart. I was taking heart medications following a very serious heart attack during my 40s. I'm now 65, actually 66. The blockage made me feel unwell, constantly tired and chest pains at times. I had a 70% blockage in my left ventricle artery. That's the big artery that comes out from the heart. The blockage made me feel really unwell. So I did my research on Netakinase and Serrapeptase. Serrapeptase has been around for the last 35 years. A German doctor, now deceased, Dr. Hans Napier, used it a lot with great success for his patients that suffer from cardiovascular disease and varicose veins. I found both of these enzymes in a natural product called Blockbuster All Clear. It also contains other nutrients that are vital to heart health. I believe that I had found the last part of the answer to what removes plaque in the arteries. I began by taking the recommended doses of Blockbuster All Clear, that is 4 capsules a day. Take 2 in the morning on an empty stomach and 2 in the evening at bedtime. To be honest, I found a huge difference in how I felt after about 6 months of taking Blockbuster All Clear. Now I feel much more energetic, no chest pains, and I feel less tired. I had a blood flow test done. The doctor explained that my blood flow in the arteries had improved significantly. I put that down to the third and final part of what removes plaque in the arteries, and that is Blockbuster All Clear. Thank you for listening. Hello, my name is Fintan.